Hello, I'm Nadine and a very warm welcome. So today we are making a baked Alaska. Actually, it's a peached Alaska because we're going to put peach ice cream in there. And peaches are in season at summertime, so it's perfect. This dessert is cake, ice cream, and toasted meringue. So yummy and it looks gorgeous. Let's do this. So let's start with the peaches for the ice cream. So all I did was I peeled them and they're in chunks in a food processor and we're just going to puree them. That's it. They're fresh peaches in season and they scream summer. Now for the easy peasy no churn ice cream, I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream here and we're just going to whip it up until they're stiff peaks. So this is what we're looking for, some stiff peaks. Don't whip it more than this because otherwise you'll get butter. Okay, then we put 14 ounces of condensed milk. This is the 1 can, usually here in the US. Also a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to put our peach puree in. And then in the end, we are going to put half a cup of chopped pecans. This adds some lovely texture and of course flavor. That's it, it's done. Now we're going to freeze it. I have a 1 pound loaf pan here and I have just lined it with some cling wrap and we're just going to pour the ice cream into this and then freeze it for at least 4 hours, but overnight is best. I haven't filled it all the way up so that there's a little bit of space for cake, but I'm just going to cover it with some wax paper, the surface, or you can use parchment paper, and this is going in the freezer. So the peach ice cream has been in the freezer overnight and we're just going to pop it out. It's super easy because of the cling wrap. Now what we'll do is I'm gonna put some cling wrap in this again. Next step, we're going to layer some cake in. So what I did was I just made some vanilla cake in a sheet pan and I cut it out. You can use your favorite recipe or you can just buy some pound cake and that works too. You can just patch it together. So 1 layer in the bottom. You want it nice and snug. Then the ice cream goes in. And then the second layer on top. Just kind of press it in because you want one big blob of this goodness. Okay, then we are just going to pop this in the freezer while we make the meringue. We are going to make a Swiss meringue. The only difference from the French meringue is that we're going to heat up the egg whites and sugar over a double boiler. So you just put water in a saucepan, boil it and put your mixing bowl on top. Just make sure that your bowl, your whisk, all the attachments are very clean because grease and meringue are not friends. Okay, so I have the egg whites in here, the sugar, cream of tartar, and a little bit of vanilla extract, and I'm going to heat this up just so that the sugar is dissolved and it is hot. We are not cooking the eggs. I have my KitchenAid mixer here. I think this has to be the most used piece of equipment in my kitchen. What is yours? What do you use the most? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I have a whisk attachment here and we are going to whip this up at high speed. It will cool it down and make a nice stiff glossy meringue. Okay, the meringue is ready. It is nice and stiff. Let me show you how to do this with the camera. Look at that. That is a real beauty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this into a piping bag. You don't have to do it that way. You can also just spread it around and then torch it. But let me show you the next step. Here is our frozen ice cream, and we are just going to take it out and directly onto our serving dish and then pipe the meringue. So the meringue is in a piping bag. I have a 2D tip on. This is a closed star tip. If you don't have this, you can also use a 1M, which is an open star. So we're just going to pipe some roses and it'll look very pretty. I love doing this. Now for the fun part, we are going to torch it. I like this blowtorch. I'll put a link for it in the description. I'm just gonna add some edible flowers and peach slices for Prettiest Alaska. Look how pretty! Let me quickly taste this. Actually, what I did was I was taking pictures of these and then I took a lunch break and I left it outside so it's melting. But it's kind of nice because the ice cream almost becomes like a sauce for the cake. It's just so good. Like really good. The meringue is toasted. The peach ice cream is so peachy. The nuts taste great and the cake is yummy. You have to try it. If you make it, let me know in the comments below how it went, or send me pictures. I love seeing the pictures. You can tag me on Instagram. The full recipe as usual will be on my website. All the links will be in the description. I'm gonna have these dessert recipes, baking recipes, pretty presentation ideas here every week. So please remember to subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I hope you share this with your loved ones. Until next time.